Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us. Today, present at our webinar is David Sterenberg, CEO, Steren US, Evan Kinsella, CFO, Alex Cohen, VP of Sales and Marketing. Myself, Craig, I'll be moderating today. We also have as presenters Jeremy Smith and Gary Mahan. Today's topics will be one moment, please. All right. There we go. All right, so this week's topics, we're going to discuss E9 conversion. We're going to discuss the Steren store agreement and give you a comparison of that agreement versus our store and our dealer agreement versus other agreements that are circulating at this time. We're going to remind you about the July red, white, and blue consumer-facing flyer. There are updates to our dealer care portal. We have a mobile phone update. We're going to discuss and update you on the regional convention meetings. And as always, we'll have our Steren branded deal of the week as well as our third-party branded deal of the week. And then the grand finale will be our flash deal and our calls to action. So on that note, we'll dive right into it. Our first presenter who will discuss E9 conversion is Jeremy Smith.
Well, thank you, Craig. So E9 conversion, what is it? Well, E9 is a piece of software that we use here across our to manage our inventory and our distribution system. So some of you might be aware we've been transitioning for a while to this new platform, and our team works straight through the weekend, day and night, to implement this with the least amount of downtime possible. And so that process is just wrapping up. We've got a little bit more to do with the 3PLs, and it's been a tremendous success. Now, what E9 will do for us is now all of our systems are on the same software. It's a common platform across all of our distribution channels. This is going to improve efficiency, and it's going to make orders go through the system a lot faster. So along with this, there will be a lot less errors, and the response from your customer service team will be faster. So we're really looking forward to the benefits of E9. Now, E9 is also a base to grow on. It's going to enable a lot of future processes, and I'll just touch on a few that are near and dear to my heart. So the POS integration is a big deal. This common platform is going to allow us to send your bill of ladings directly to your POS. It'll eventually allow us to do stockpile updates and provide you with promotional event ordering. So it's a base to grow on. So the E9 conversion, a success, I think. Craig? Okay. So Craig, can we get the next slide?
All right. This is Gary, and we're going to be talking today. We're happy to announce here at Steren that we now have the Steren store conversion agreement is very nearing completion, and I just want to highlight what is contained in the new Steren store agreement. First off, this agreement offers the best Steren pricing on our Steren branded products with 10% off our wholesale pricing. This is a differentiator for us. It puts you at the best possible pricing, and it just basically puts more money in your pocket for the product that moves through your store. This new agreement is a 5-year agreement. It has renewal privileges for an additional 5 years. You can terminate this agreement without cause with a 180-day notice to us at any time during the term of the 5 years. A real differentiator. We're not trying to hold anybody locked in on these agreements. Steren store branding and signage, which you may use in your local market. In addition, Steren has a new sign assistance program that will help assistance with the high cost of re-signing your business. is something that we'll work on a case-by-case basis because there are so many different types of outdoor signs that are on these businesses, so we have to work with you on a one-on-one on that task. You will get the best credit terms that Steren has and are eligible for all of our credit programs. You will be part of our advertising and digital marketing programs, which we find are quite unique and are built on a 3-tier program that we're going to be getting into a lot more in the future webinars. We are developing some exciting promotional programs as well to help drive traffic into your stores with promotions both inside the store and digitally based. MPRs, the minimum purchase requirements. We don't have a one-size-fits-all. Okay, we have different size stores and different kinds of needs. We work with you in setting that MPR on a store-by-store basis, and the MPR can be adjusted at the 5-year point at the renewal. Integrated POS system, which we'll be moving forward with now that E9 is in place. So the enhancements with iDoSoft will remain, but we had to really get the E9 in place in order to take full advantage of the integration, the efforts that we had laid out. That is now complete, so we'll be moving forward with that into your store quickly. The key part of our agreement, we believe, is our territories feature, which assures you that we will not be putting additional stores in competition in your territories. We take your input to set the proper size and area for the territory that you wish to serve. So we're happy to announce that this is going to start taking effect right away. District resources. We're also putting a field organization together right now with this agreement with district managers and dedicated service and support specialists to assist you in your purchasing needs. Our e-commerce platform is on the horizon, which is great, but we're not going to be in competition with you with it. It is a tool that we're going to use to drive customers into your store, and that you are a part of the strategy. We're not in competition with you. The local marketing platform, with the use of our new microsites, is going to be a key part of bringing local people back into your store. And we think that our microsite strategy has a way to connect with local people in your community as part of Facebook and other social media channels. You're also part of our B2B sales strategy, and we'll work with you, not around you, in helping meet local businesses' needs. Our service modules are also a program that we have in sight, and we intend to offer things like product insurance and cell phone repair programs that bring extra revenue into your store. So on the next slide, we want to show you the comparison between our agreements. And the first thing I want to mention is the first column there is the wholesale, Steren wholesale. We still have a couple of you stores on that. We're kind of confused because you can save yourself 5% by signing that next column over there, the Steren dealer agreement, which is our buy-sell agreement. 5% off our wholesale pricing, and save yourself 5%. Sign the agreement. There's really, it's a 30-day easy termination. There's still MPRs, and you'll have access to some of our, in a limited way, some of our other unique programs. But our best program is the Steren store, and that's in column 3. And just highlight the differences between the two is the product pricing is an additional 5 points. So you get 10 points versus 5 points off. We have a termination clause that allows you to opt out of our agreement if you desire to. Branding privileges for your store. Best credit terms. Our advertising and digital marketing efforts that we're going to be making. Promotional participation with our key partners, and for some of the other great promotions and working to drive customers into your stores. Wireless program, which is great because we have AT&T, and those that want to participate that are Steren stores in AT&T in both the Cricket commissionable programs and the AT&T commissionable programs that are coming here in the fall, this is a good time to sign up. Protected territories, I think, is just the key thing. You don't have to worry about us competing across the street from you because that's not in our interest or your interest. District resources support, our e-commerce platform, local marketing platform with the microsites, and our B2B and then also the ability to have service modules, which is going to add additional dollars. We have posted our Steren Store application, which is the first step to becoming a Steren Store, on the Dealer Care portal. You can download this document and fill it out. It's basically an inventory to a large degree. We want to find out, how big is your store? How many wall panels do you have as far as display merchandise on? And is it a C3 or is it a classic type store or other? So we're trying to understand all of the stores better, and this gives us a way to do that through an inventory and some other basic information. And also, we would like to hear from you on what you would consider an appropriate territory area for what your store services right now, so that we can get that described for the agreement. So the first phase is basically downloading, filling it out, and returning it to us here at Steren. And at that point, our dealer team will get in touch with you, and we will work that application and get you a copy of our Steren Store agreement for your review at that point. So we're really happy to get this program finally out the door and rolling to you guys, and the application process starts it off. And we're looking forward to talking with you further about that. Now I'd like to turn over to Craig to talk about really the pricing is a key advantage here between a dealer and a store. And on the next slide, we have that information. The pricing, as you'll see here, can save you quite a bit of money. We did a third party. Okay. Yeah, you weren't there.
Sorry about that. Again, we're having some challenges, but I thank you, Gary. I appreciate your comments there. And to segue from what Gary was talking about, when we do the comparisons of the benefits of the various Steren Store versus Steren Dealer, et cetera, one of the greatest strengths that we bring to the table is pricing. That's listed second on the comparison chart. And so on an everyday basis, our wholesale pricing is very good. I would say at or below any of our competitors. But when you step up into the higher levels, being a dealer, as Gary said, it's absolutely a no-risk proposition, and it's just 5% extra in your pocket. It amazes me that everyone doesn't take advantage of that. But to really take it to the ultimate, becoming a Steren Store is where you really start to recognize the deep savings and the participation, the broad participation in marketing and capitalizing on the Steren brand. But speaking of pricing, we did a survey. We took 50 top-selling items. On your screen here is a sample, and this is very random. We didn't cherry pick, but you can see on the far left we have the Steren item number. Next to that we have the equivalent Radio Shack number. And then as you get past the description, you can see Radio Shack's dealer cost and the Steren Store cost. Some of these are very significant, 40, 50% savings. As a whole, on this sample of 50 items, the average savings was 29%. That's 29% straight to your bottom line. So we encourage you to look at the full list, which is available at our Dealer Care portal or on the website. But I mean, really amazing savings. And I looked at a few that aren't on this slide. Things like your AA batteries, for example, a 12-pack of AA batteries. I show Shack at $4.75. Our Steren stores pay $2.68. That's a 43% savings straight to your pocket. One of our very best sellers is the universal charger that does all types of batteries, whether it's a camera battery or your everyday AA batteries, etc. The Shack number is a 23-2298. If you purchase that from Radio Shack, it doesn't have the LCD display, it doesn't have the USB port, and it will cost you an extra $5. They're at $21.64. Your everyday cost from us is $16.98. A pretty significant 21% savings, plus all the extra features that I mentioned. So we're very excited, and we think this is one of the biggest strengths that we bring to the table. So I'll be back in a few minutes, but I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy to discuss Dealer Care Portal.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we are split up today. Some of us are in Simi Valley, and the rest of us are down here in San Diego. So we're pulling off a technological feat for the first time ever. I did want to talk to you about the changes we've made to the dealer. You really should get on there. If you haven't registered, all you got to do is just click the register link. And for the ones that have been on there, I would encourage you to get on there today. I'm not going to talk about all the things we changed, but it's different. Get in there. What we wanted to talk about was the price comparison chart that was the previous slide. That's on there for you to look at all 50 items. We only showed you one page of that, but you really got to check out all 50. And like Craig said, we didn't cherry pick the SKUs, and we had an independent analysis done. The other thing I want to mention about that portal is we've been producing an in-stock report, and that's been on the Facebook page. After this week, it will not be on the Facebook page because there's just no room when I'm posting selfies. So it's going to be moved over to the Dealer Care portal starting next week. So that is the in-stock position. You will need to go and find it on the Dealer Care portal. Where is it on the portal? Well, I would encourage you to go and check it out. So that's the Dealer Care portal update for this week. Now let's talk about the July flyer, which is still in effect. Next slide, please. Yeah, I mention they're up in Simi Valley pushing the button. Thank you. So the July customer flyer is now available for you to download and print out. We've even had some stores take this and repost it as a video on their Facebook pages to try to bring in some additional traffic, which I think is absolutely the right move. You can download this off of our out of the Dealer Care portal today. Please register for that portal so you have access to this. The next flyer will be August, right? I mean, that's coming, and that will be the back-to-school flyer. Now, with the flyer comes the store order form, and this is an example of that store order form. It matches the red, white, and blue customer-facing flyer in the exact same order. So as you go through looking at those pictures and the pretty customer flyer, you can decide how much you want to buy of this merchandise to support the sale. Now, I've got to point out to you guys that this is additional savings over and above what you might already be receiving as a Steren store or a Steren dealer. So even a wholesale store can save on flyer items. So please check it out. This is your opportunity to, what does it say? Buy now. Buy now. Save money. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Always entertaining. Was Evan able to join us?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll turn it over to Evan. Awesome. So we'll turn it over to Evan to bring us up to date on mobile phones.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, Gary. On the AT&T and Cricket front, a lot of activity behind the scenes, especially on the operational side. For those of you that participated in the first round of the Go Phone, certainly want your feedback on that, not only on receipt of goods, but also on how the sell-through is going. Look for information soon from us on the next round of Go Phone. That should be coming very soon to you. If you have not yet submitted your AT&T applications, you need to have that submitted to be able to participate in any of the mobility programs with Cricket or AT&T. Cricket update. So we had a great discussion with Cricket on site here in San Diego a couple weeks ago and set the stage for a lot of operational things to get into place, inclusive of in-store marketing, an in-store tower option, the different phones that we should select, the price points we're now reviewing so we can figure out what SKUs we'll be launching with. The next webinar, I should be able to roll out to you an exact timeline of an order phase and then a delivery phase for Cricket. But we are focused on delivering Cricket products by the end of August at the latest, but that's almost entirely contingent at this point on their ability to provide us with in-store marketing collateral and either a tower design or something that can go onto your fixtures. On the pilot store update, which is really more about the full suite, making great progress. We are about to enter into the DirecTV contract addendum, which was the last element of that. That was pushed back and separated from the rest of those because of the AT&T and DirecTV merger. So they have gotten to the point now where we're ready to sign that. Looks very attractive, completes the suite of products. On an implementation in the field standpoint, their design team continues to work on some different experience area designs that will fit inside your stores, utilize your existing fixtures. So we're trying to make sure that this is as low of a cost implementation as possible on your end, while still elevating the look and feel of that area to the standards that AT&T holds.
Very
also
good.
On the, hold on, Craig.
I'm ready to go.
I had to take a breath. I'm not like Jeremy. I can't.
Fair enough.
Okay.
No.
So on the posted side, we're still in discussions with INCOM, and we expect that we'll be able to come to a finalized program structure with them fairly soon. Obviously, we need to have a legal arrangement with them, which is important, and that will be reflected in how we will work and operate with you. Also, we're working on all the different program elements that they can provide for us so that you have a full suite of program elements in the store to complement all of the different cellular options of GoPhone, Cricket. Obviously, it doesn't apply to postpaid because that's a different type of activation. So, still making great progress on all those fronts. Probably fairly rapid fire here in the near future. The next round of GoPhone, the Cricket, we will have pilot stores going live on the full suite. Once we get those pilot stores up and running and get through all the operational elements with AT&T, then we should be able to expand that very quickly. So looking forward to working with all of you. If you have any questions, please push them through the Deal with Care portal, and we will reply to them. Okay, Craig, I will turn it back to you.
Okay, I got to work on that, not interrupting you. That was well done. So I'm going to pick up where we left off on the last webinar. As we announced a couple weeks ago, we're decided to take a different approach on the annual convention. Really, the decision was based on the challenges many dealers faced in being able to attend in Dallas. Being that it was a 3-day show, in many cases, a dealer would have to close his store for at least 3, sometimes 4 days or more, and that proved difficult for a lot of dealers. So with that in mind, we decided to take a different approach. Basically, if you can't come to us, we'll go to you. And we've plotted out the map, determined where the bulk of our dealers are located, and we've set up 7 regional conventions, and I'll go to that slide in just a minute. But the simple explanation is that we wanted to have a 1-day compact schedule where we could cover all the information that would have been covered in the 3-day convention. Granted, abbreviated, but we'll be there to answer questions at the conclusion of those meetings. But the main goal is to have have more dealers included and be more inclusive overall. As we would have at the annual meeting, or pardon me, at the Dallas convention, we will be discussing all the key things like the Steren store contract, our marketing programs, our Q4 and Black Friday product specials. We are told that AT&T and Cricket reps will be on hand at most, if not all, of the regional meetings. That's still being worked out. But I think we can truly deliver a very rich program, a very informative program, and as I say, be more encompassing and include more of our valued dealers. So the specifics where we're at right now on the cities are shown on this slide. We'll kick off on August 30th in Boston. My staff and I have been reaching out to dealers in that region, answering questions, and our goal is to accommodate you in any way we can and make it doable for you. So we're as I say, making a personal call to each and every dealer in each region and working with you to help you get to these shows. And right now, after a couple of weeks of calling, these dates are 90% firm. There may be some slight adjustments. In fact, I'll say on the Portland, Oregon, we did change that from September 16th to Saturday the 17th. As it turned out, the majority of the dealers in that region, that seemed to work best for them. So we could do some minor tweaking between over the next couple of weeks, but by our webinar on the 21st, 2 weeks from today, we will have these dates and cities firmed up. So when we conclude the webinar, we welcome your questions regarding convention and all the other topics that we've discussed. So on that note, I'm going to switch gears and talk about our famous deals of the week. As you can see on this slide, our Steren branded deal of the week is one that we've done previously that was very popular. We're featuring our best-selling Steren branded phones, and if you would be willing to purchase 10, you can mix and match in any order that suits your store. But if you'll put together an order of 10 combined phones, you will save 10% off your regular cost. So to do the math, if you are a Steren store, you're getting your regular 10% plus an additional 10% off, a grand total of 20% off. Truly some awesome pricing, so be sure and take advantage of that. Next, our third-party deal of the week, we're featuring Monster Flash Memory this week. I've always been a big fan of Monster. I know that there's other good brands out there, but I feel strongly that Monster brings the key ingredients to help you be successful in this category. We know the quality is of the highest standard. It is a recognized brand, and I do a lot of price checking almost every day, and I have not found any company anywhere that's beating the pricing that we're offering you. And for the next 2 weeks, you will save, and this applies to everyone's wholesale dealers and stores, you will save 10% off our regular pricing. So it's hard for me to imagine how they can build an 8-gigabyte thumb drive, package it, ship it across the ocean, pay tariffs, duties, and sell it for $4.48. But by golly, we're doing it. So take advantage of that. And then finally, our world-famous flash deal. This week we chose an oldie but a goodie, the ring flasher. This is ideal for those persons that are hard of hearing, or maybe they're in a noisy environment, a workshop, whatever, and they can't hear the phone. You hook up this little guy and it flashes away as the phone rings, so you get a visual alert of the phone ringing. It does also have a ringer, and there's 2 different adjustments on that, 2 different sound levels. So again, you can set it on a normal setting or a super loud setting as another way of knowing when the phone's ringing. With that, I will turn it over to Evan for our calls to action.
Thanks, Craig. Obviously, first and foremost, as Jeremy will tell you every time he opens his mouth, please visit the dealer care portal.
And buy something.
And
by golly, buy something.
Okay. I think we've lost it over. No, please visit the dealer care portal, because there are lots of new things being added. The more often you go there, the more you'll see what's being changed, and that is going to be your resource in the future for all things AT&T, all things product, all things I need help, and so forth, right? So please participate in the July consumer-facing flyer. Jeremy and the merchandising team, marketing team did an awesome job on getting this put together and out to you. We hope it's an effective tool for you to increase sales during the summer months. Take advantage of our deals of the week. We know that this is Craig's favorite portion of the telecast here. He loves to talk about those deals. A lot of those products are near and dear to his heart. Hopefully these deals are ones you can take advantage of, promote locally, and make some extra margin on. Make sure you submit those AT&T dealer forms so that you can join us in GoPhone, Cricket, and ultimately in the nirvana of full suite AT&T. Mark your calendars for the next dealer webinar, Thursday, July 21st, 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Craig, do we have any questions?
Yes, we do. I've got a question here from John Mag in PA. His question reads, local marketing platform, what is the difference between basic and full participation, and do either include funding for this advertising to pay for printing, distribution, or radio TV broadcast?
Well, the problem with the marketing right now with the traditional is that they're not effective. And so with newspaper and TV and radio, almost across the board, we're seeing that there's just not getting the hit rate that we've experienced in the past. There is an exception in some markets for flyers. Flyers are a very effective tool, and that's why we're putting, and Jeremy's putting that information so that you can download that and put it a small ad in your paper, or you can contact a local printer to print up flyers to do inserts, whatever's going to work best for your individual market. The basic support is that we're going to allow a store locator and that type of function on our e-commerce site, but actually supporting your individual microsite is for the Steren store only.
Thank you, Gary. At this time, I'm not seeing any other questions. Does anybody on the staff, can you think of anything else we need to cover today?
Well, just check the Facebook, see if there's any questions come in on that.
Also, again, the application to become a Steren store is on the Dealer Care portal now and is available for download. So if you haven't registered on the Dealer Care portal, go and do so. It's an easy thing. We get them approved right away, and we get you on there, and you have access to a lot of material, and it grows daily.
It does. I'd like to shout out to Steve Stones if he's on the phone. Thanks for your support, Steve.
And I would say to John Mag, he and I talk fairly often. If the question wasn't completely answered during this webinar, we'd be happy to have a one-on-one conversation with you. And of course, that applies to all of our valued dealers. With that, I don't see any more questions, so I think that brings us to a conclusion this week. Be sure and mark your calendars for 2 weeks from today, Thursday, July 21st, 1 p.m. Standard, and we will get you updated on all of the new developments. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.